welcome. Welcome to NYSE Amex and ARCA Options Client Webcast for March 4th, 2010. I am joined by the irresistible Amy Farnstrom, and I am your host, Todd Wileman. Today we just want to go on about what's happening on our exchanges, options exchanges, and also what's on deck for the future. We have a new legal disclaimer for y'all, for the eagle-eye people. Just realize these webcasts are for education and illustration. We're not here to tell you to buy or sell. We're not here to make any forward-leaning statements, just for your own knowledge and education. Our agenda for today, we're going to be talking about the new penny pilot program, the new penny increments for both IWM and SPY. We're going to be talking about a route destination tag that will tell you where your option order got executed if we routed it to another market center. We're going to be talking about a quote quality report that's going to be starting in a few months, and we're going to be talking about changes on the fee structure and professional customer designation on the Amex, and talk about some current projects and coming attractions. So, without further ado, let's go talk about the most interesting thing out there with the penny pilot program. Currently, right now, IWM, SPY, and the quadruple Qs all trade in pennies, all series, on all options, which gives a great opportunity to be using our complex order book.
That's correct, Todd. I mean, we have a fully rolled out complex order book in terms of clients being able to come in and interact with complex orders to other complex orders with the PNP Plus complex order type. And, we're starting to see some good activity, inside of the complex order book. But we just wanted to remind folks that for any issue that does trade all in pennies, that PNP Plus designation becomes optional. You certainly can still continue to use it, but you don't have to if you don't want to. You can, in the Qs, SPYs, and IWM, interact with the legs if you so choose. You can send in an order at any increment. You don't have to maintain an MPV buffer away from one of the legs. And so it just gives folks, a little bit more opportunity for choice in those issues.
Oh, I like that. You don't have to use an MPV. Now, that's a minimum price variant, and in pennies, that would be a penny now on IWM, SPY.
That's correct.
Okay, but PNP Plus Complex, as you can see on the slide, Amy, is still my favorite order. I love how it's dynamic, and of course this is on our website, also on our blog, also on the notices that we've sent. But the nice thing about the PNP Plus order type is that our matchings engines come up with a net price, and then it moves your limit price, one MPV, minimum price variant, away from the BBO of the complex order, and it keeps it dynamically in the marketplace.
Yes, it posts that at a very aggressive price, while providing some price improvement, price protection for the clients that we have. At the end of this webcast, we're going to talk a little bit about some upcoming projects, and I'd like to revisit the complex order book at that time and let folks know what's coming, because, right now we have some good choices, through our order types that our clients can use, and I think it's just going to get more exciting as we move forward through the summer.
Oh, I believe that. I, too, believe that. Love the penny pilot program. Our next thing that's come up is our route destination for it identifies the market center where an order has been routed and executed if it's been routed off our exchange. And it's called the Destination Exchange ID, and it's going to be on all real-time fixed execution reports. Now, that's the only place it's going to show up real-time. The fixed execution report is not the drop copy yet.
Right, not in this current release. We will implement functionality for it in the drop copy in the near future. I know that code has been completed and has been delivered to QA, so we're just waiting for a to-production date on that. In the meantime, with all of the different exchanges charging routing broker pass-through fees and things like that, this is a really helpful tool that we were pleased to provide for our clients. This was based on several clients requesting that we provide this on a real-time basis. And by populating tag 76, they will see the 3 or 4 character exchange symbol for where their for where their order is routed, and therefore will understand what fees are being assessed.
Oh, very important, very important. So you can actually be able to control your costs.
You understand right away
Right.
what your costs are, yeah.
I like that. I like that. Now, for ARCA Direct, you must use a verbose type execution report. And for those that use ARCA Direct, you understand what a verbose type execution report is to receive the destination exchange ID.
We hope.
We hope.
If you don't, contact the connectivity desk, and they can certainly help you out with that.
Yeah. Or Paul Finnegan. So he's an expert on the verbose
Yes,
type.
Paul is a wealth of information
Yeah.
on many topics, and we love him dearly.
Love him dearly. And also, another interesting thing, if you currently have Tag 76 enabled for equities and you trade options over the same line, you're going to have to contact our connectivity team, because if you're trading over the same line, you're already using Tag 76.
Right. On the equities side, there is a potential that Tag 76 is being overwritten with some other information. And this is easily resolved. The connectivity team can help you separate your lines for options and equities so you don't have that conflict. But if you do have it enabled today for equities, please just reach out, and they'll certainly be happy to assist you.
And they're pretty quick and pretty good, our connectivity team.
Yep.
I like them.
Yep, they'll take care of everybody.
Excellent. Now, we talked about the exchange values real quickly. I'll just zip through them myself. Obviously, you see BOX, CBO, ISX, NDQ, PHO, AFE, NYO for us, NYSE ARCA, which I guess if you're sending orders to here first, you're not going to see that. And then, of course, BATS is BATS.
That's
So,
right. That was like a vision test.
It was
that
a vision
font's
test.
pretty small on the computer.
Oh, I'm glad you mentioned that. Two things. If the PowerPoint presentation is a little small, there is a magnifying glass at the bottom right of your screen, and just use that to actually enlarge the presentation on the screen. And also, we will be taking questions at the end of this webcast, so please start sending them in now. And the questions is at the bottom of your window on your computer. So just start typing them in, send them in, and we will get to them at the end of the show. And no questions are inappropriate, because we're here to answer your questions. So I know that Amy will explain it better than I will, and you probably won't have a question, but if I was doing the explaining, send your questions in. Now, we have a quote quality report coming up. Now, this it's important to note that this is pending an SEC filing. But, and this is going to be on the NYSE Amex, we'll be calculating this quote quality report.
That's right. And while we're, still in the conversation stage with the SEC and preparing our filing, we just, we like to be as transparent as possible with what we have cooking so that our participants understand, what we're up to. And, we want to find as many ways as we can, obviously, as an exchange to promote, encourage, and reward, excellent quote quality. And one of the ways that we are going to do this moving forward is within the specialist and e-specialist pool that we have now on the Amex. We're still in the process of brainstorming and coming up with what the exact parameters of this quote quality report are. But again, we're not going to keep anything a big secret. We will let the participants know what the parameters of that report are, obviously, when we come to our final decision, probably in the next couple of days. And the results of the quote quality pool will enable us to reward those quoters that are sending in, the tightest, best quotes that bring business to our exchange. It'll be on a quarterly calendar basis, and that doesn't mean that, at the end of 3 months we spring something on everybody. We'll figure out a timeline for releasing information as far as, how you're doing in the mix within each calendar.
Keep you updated on how you're doing.
Yeah.
Ed Boyle, our vice president in charge of all options, he's always said that your best advertising are your screen markets. And I guess we want to have the best advertising in the business.
Absolutely. You can't buy better advertising than that.
We want people to trade with the NYSE.
Yep.
Excellent.
And, obviously in future webcasts, we'll circle back to this and when we have further details.
Excellent. That'll be a nice thing. We have a new designation pending SEC filing again that's coming out on the Amex, and this is the professional customer, and this is sort of where the industry is going for some people, high-frequency trading. These are trading firms that clear activity where the beneficial account owner clears in the customer range and places over 390 orders a day. What a customer that places 390 orders a day.
God bless them.
Yes,
right?
And we're happy to have y'all. So this is, and it's across the industry, and you'll be designated as a professional customer.
Right.
Now, they always get to clear a customer at the OCC, and they're going to route their orders out of our exchange as a customer.
Yeah, because they are customers.
Right.
Designation.
But you will receive broker-dealer treatment for trade allocation and billing.
Right. And so there's a trade-off there. If you are a professional customer, you're not subject to the cancellation fees, which we're going to speak on, to in a couple of minutes. On the other side of that, you don't get customer priority, and you get billed at a different rate than customers. So there is a trade-off there, but, I think depending on what our customers' models are, they're either going to fit into this category, more easily, not have to pay the cancellation fees, or they retain their regular customer designation and don't cross the 390 threshold.
Okay. So that makes sense.
Yeah, and for all the, if there's any technical people out there, fixed tag 204 will be populated with 8 to indicate professional customer.
Okay. And that's the customer firm value field, tag 204. No, it's not.
Customer firm.
Customer firm.
Customer firm, tag 204.
Tag 204. I love these tags. If I could only remember them after these webinars are over. Okay, so we have the professional customers. So now we have the fee changes on the Amex, and I think Amy and I like to put it this way. With the big print, we give us. With the small print, we give us. So
I thought you were going to throw both of us under the bus there.
No, but this is really, what this is we've obviously are reinstating the cancellation fee on the Amex, and that is just to allocate the resources correctly, because if you're going to have some people that have multiple cancellations, they should bear the burden. So, and
right, because cancel messages, take up space on our, matching engines and on our system, just like placing an order does. And so, and again, this just encourages people to be efficient with how they send orders. And, the other thing that we have to offer for folks that do a lot of cancel replacing is the fast cancel replace. And that's something to look into. You can call either Todd or I for more information on that, or email us, or contact the connectivity team again.
Good. That sounds good. Now, for our specialists, e-specialists, and our directed order market maker, we have taken the rights fees and we've reduced them by 50%. So I think that's a huge help for all our specialists and e-specialists. Send your gifts in cards and letters to Amy and I. No, we're joking. Please send no gifts. Thank yous. But,
speak for yourself. No, just kidding. And this is just in recognition that, with the changing market models and, the introduction of the directed order flow program and other opportunities that are out there, that, the rights fees were something that we've been looking at for a while and determined that this was the proper move for us to make at this time.
Does make sense. And we've also done a cap on all market maker fees. Obviously, if you move over $250,000 per month, we've explained it. It's on our website. We've sent you a trader update on it. And if there's any questions, of course, call Amy or I, or call our trade desk and talk to Brandy. She always loves to talk to y'all. And we've basically tried to make it as competitive as possible. And we saw that there are some customers that were moving, that were doing too much trading. So we just wanted to help them out. So keep doing trading, right? And then the last thing is we did have an increase in our ATP fee. But I think we're still the most competitive place, both Amex and ARCA.
We're extremely competitive. And again, with the open structure of the OTP and the ATP, folks aren't restricted to a bin. There's no seat leases to deal with. One ATP or one OTP on ARCA gets you 100 issues, and it can be the top 100. So really, we feel that we're still extremely competitive with our fees, and for what we provide, we think we're pretty reasonable. So.
And that's, yes, what we provide, because we do provide the great ARCA technology. That's fast, the throughput is great, the latency is the lowest. We have the best matching engine logic.
Yes, this commercial has been brought to you by NYSE Euronext.
Well, I'm just trying to state facts, Amy. And, okay, so moving right along. So let's update a couple of our current projects. For our industry, we're going through, we're at finally the end stage of the Option Symbology Initiative. 5 years in the making, and here we are, right here at the end of it. A couple of things to remember. So March 8th, that's next Monday, we're going to convert all half-point index strikes, and no GTC orders are going to be canceled this Friday.
Right.
And then we go to March 15th, the next Monday, and that's going to be our first group of consolidation for the Flex, the Wraps, and the Leaps. Now, all the GTC orders, if you need an out on your GTC orders, you will need to cancel them the Friday before that Monday, March 15th.
Right, and please send your cancel requests in before market close. We are not accepting cancel requests past, whether an issue closes at 4 o'clock or 4:15. That is the cutoff time. We will, proactively delete all remaining GTC orders in those issues if you don't send in a cancel request, but you won't receive any outs. So that's the important distinction between you doing it yourself and us doing it for you. And again, this Friday, we aren't going to delete any of the GTC orders because there's no impact to the symbology. It's just the strike price.
So nothing to worry about until March 12th.
That's correct.
But put it on your calendar. And then, of course, here's the other dates, April 12th, 26th, May 10th, and May 17th. And then we'll be through. One last thing on OSI. Again, give compliments to your tech staff because they've come in on Saturdays and they've really done a lot of work. And we thank y'all. This has been quite a successful, successful industry.
It has the potential to be pretty ugly.
Potential, yeah.
And I think we can all say it's been successful.
All right. Okay. So now this is the fun stuff. We have some projects coming up, and boy, do we have some good projects coming up. So the first one, if you followed NYSE Euronext, you know that we are going to UTP, the Universal Trading Platform, and for options, we've made it into QA. Thank goodness.
Right, and that's a big milestone for us. We have a good timeline to production now for UTP. This has been an exciting project for us across all of our platforms and in Europe as well as the United States. And it's really going to, kind of take the whole ARCA philosophy, the NYSE ARCA philosophy, and expand it across all the platforms, which is, common connectivity, common market data across all platforms. So it really simplifies, no matter where in the world that you want to connect, it will look the same, and I think that's pretty awesome. It really creates a level playing field so that you don't have to go through a huge dev and QA cycle to code to a bunch of different exchanges, and it really increases the opportunity for folks to participate on a global level as we expand and go into new market centers. So,
I hear we're up to 33 market centers.
That's the rumor.
That is. I mean, we are everywhere, exchanging world. And now our planned projects coming up, summertime.
Yes.
Q2.
Yes.
Crossing functionality on ARCA and Amex.
Yeah, and I'm really excited about this summer. Obviously, we're still pending approval from the SEC and pending some SEC filings even, but we are hard at work hip deep in the requirements process, getting estimates from our developers and QA for delivery times, and it's really starting to get exciting. A lot of our clients have been, very helpful to me personally in the past 6 months, 3 months in kind of helping determine, what the best way to go about this is because, really it's their business, and we're here to facilitate it. So, to anyone that has reached out with suggestions or comments, a big thank you to you. we're really starting to see the fruit of our efforts in that direction. So, the crossing functionality on both ARCA and Amex will include an RFQ to be disseminated out over our ARCA book. No incremental cost to receive an RFQ. You just need to subscribe. Facilitation, solicitation, and customer-to-customer across types, kind of in line with, what's offered elsewhere in the industry. I can't really speak to some of the elements of what we're doing as it's early days, but we're pretty excited about some of the ways we've been able to make this process more straightforward. And again, I'll keep saying it, it's pending SEC filing and approval. The last item that goes with crossing functionality is post-trade allocation over fix. So especially for solicitation crosses, we are very excited about this offering so that our clients can come in, put up a solicited cross, and then right over fix, reallocate out to 10 contras.
Up to 10 contras?
Yeah.
Oh, that'll be so nice.
Yeah.
That'll be so easy and efficient.
Yeah.
Oh.
So, the thing that we're still working on is implementing the same post-trade allocation functionality on equity side. I know that's, in the plans, but I don't have a production date for that right now. The other thing that comes with this package is price improvement auctions for outrights and complex. We want to give our clients the opportunity if there's improvement to be had over the screen market, while we encourage our participants to get their tightest, best, most liquid quotes up there on the screen, we realize that, especially in the nickel-dime series, that there's room for improvement. And so, both of these will come, again, with RFQ functionality, and, we are really looking forward to, broadcasting this to a wide audience, so that our customers can get the maximum price improvement. And as we move forward and go through the filing process and the approval process, we'll have more information to share with you. This is just something, because I am so involved in the requirements process and with the development team and our excellent, they're both excellent, the excellent development and QA team that we have here. I just kind of wanted to share with you all what's coming up and what I'm excited about right now.
It's exciting. It's going to be exciting, the crossing functionality and also the price improvement auctions. Very exciting stuff. I'm looking forward to it. We've come to the time where we're going to be taking your questions. Again, the questions can be entered into the chat window at the bottom of the screen. If you have any questions later, if you're driving home from work, on the train, whatever, and a question pops up, feel free to have Amy send Amy or me an email. We can always help. And we can always answer those questions, so we look forward to it. I see we've had a couple come in, thank goodness.
We've got first name, and I hope that I'm saying this correctly, Imre from Hardcastle Trading. It says, do you plan to add any symbols to trade under a maker-taker pricing model, like in the pennies on NYSE ARCA options? Do you plan to do this on Amex? Currently, we don't have any plans. The Amex is a payment for order flow, pro rata model with, customer priority. It's more traditional, traditional exchange model. And at this time, we don't have any plans that I know of to make any changes to that.
I know no plans either.
We have a question from Gary Newman at New Edge. Hi, Gary. It's always good to see your name pop up on here. So your question is, what will the Amex Pro customer fees be? It's on our fee schedule on the website. The Pro customer gets billed, pending SEC filing.
SEC filing, right.
Yes, it will be our usual broker-dealer rate.
Electronic broker-dealer rate.
Electronic BD rates, and those can be found on the fee schedule on our website.
And that's NYSE.com, and then on the left side it'll be futures and options, and then pick NYSE Amex, and you'll see a drop-down menu, and it'll say fees. And that's where you'll find them, and those are updated constantly, so feel free to always check back there.
I have a question here about the routing cost of Philly. From the brevity of the question, I can't really provide a very good answer. So for the person who asked that question, if you'd like to follow up with me or Todd via email, we can see if we can help you out with that question. Anybody else have anything that's burning on your minds or that you'd like to discuss before we say goodbye for this chapter?
We will hold it open for 20 more seconds. As we're waiting for any more straggler questions, and remember, all questions are good. And as Amy and I like to say, we are always open for suggestions, and any way you could think we can improve our two wonderful exchanges, we are here to be a service. And
Right.
We're always ready for suggestions.
And as well, if you have any suggestions of how we can improve the quality of these webcasts, we appreciate, constructive criticism.
Right.
Hopefully it's constructive.
Or if there's something that you would like us to have as a topic of a webcast, because we would love to, anything that would be of interest, you think that you want a little bit more knowledge of, and have Amy and I talk about it and really explain it out, because I think Amy explains it out really well. So
Well, thank you, Todd.
that's all I will say. And also, you can find these webcasts on our website again. We gave a link, but again, this is going to be from our NYSC.com. Look at futures
I'll go back
and
to that
options.
slide. Sorry.
Oh,
I'm
no, that's
jumping
okay.
around.
No worries. And it's basically going to be under our overview page. So pick either exchange, NYSE, Amex, or ARCA, and then look at the overview page, and it's going to be on the education link. And we will have 4 of these by tomorrow, Friday. So.
Well, Todd, it looks like we did an excellent job of explaining everything. I'm not seeing any questions come in. Again, if anything occurs to you later, please feel free to drop us a line or give us a call anytime. I know I am usually more excited about talking any subject that has to do with NYSE ARCA or NYSE Amex market structure and technology more than anybody else that I know, really. So, if you want your ears to fall off, give me a call, and I'll be happy to discuss anything with you at full length.
I think that sounds good. And I just want to tell everybody, enjoy trading pennies on IWM, SPY, and the quadruple Qs on the complex order book, either on Amex or ARCA. And remember, on ARCA, 5 legs and 1 can be an ETF, but that's only on ARCA. Amex, it's only just 5 legs, all options. All
That's
option
right.
legs.
And we will have a status update on when the underlying leg will be available on the Amex.
Because that will be happening.
Yep. Okay. Thanks, everyone. Thank
Everybody,
you, Todd.
Thank you, Amy.
Always a pleasure.
Yes,
All right.
irresistible.
Happy trading, everyone. Be well.